Hi Libra, welcome to your love reading for May 2018. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. Okay, so I've already shuffled the decks. Let's go ahead and begin. This is for confirmation, but let's get 9 cards from this deck. And this is the love reading for the sign of Libra for May 2018. The first card that you have, Libra, is the Queen of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Libra for May. The Page of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Libra. Strength. Love reading for the sign of Libra. 7 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Libra. The Devil. Love reading for the sign of Libra. Knight of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Libra. Ace of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Libra. 4 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Libra. 10 of Swords. Okay, what's the most important message that Libra needs to hear for May 2018? The card that you have, Libra, is the Ace of Swords, which, this represents a new way of thinking. And I do see, quite a bit of challenging energy here. I feel like you've been through something really difficult. And the Ace of Swords means that you've got to look at your love life or your marriage or your relationship from a different perspective. And this could also be, for some of you, this could be that you're changing your mind about somebody, or somebody could be changing their mind about you, especially if somebody was considering leaving a relationship. Okay, so we're going to look at that in a minute. We'll see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's go ahead and look at the first row here. And I'm noticing that you have the Queen of Swords as the first card. And this is you as an air sign. So your energy here is with the Page of Pentacles and Strength. And since the Page of Pentacles, this represents looking at something very carefully. This means that you've got a lot to learn about maybe yourself. Maybe, for those of you that are already coupled, you have a lot to learn about your partner. You have a lot to learn about maybe what's happened in the past. That maybe it's not going to be that easy. You've got the Strength card. I feel like there's something that is challenging you. I see that all over this reading. But I feel like, there could be something going on in your love life that you're not yet seeing. You may be struggling in a relationship and you may not know why. You may be trying so hard to please your partner. You may be trying so hard to make things better, but the Page of Pentacles is saying you're missing something. Look closely. There's something that you're not seeing, or there could be something about yourself that is not obvious to you. Remember, the main energy was the Ace of Swords. Clarity and truth, but it can also be that you need a different perspective. And for some of you, there's something going on where you're going to have to be really strong. With the Strength card, it's an energy of getting, sometimes really upset, where you want to lash out at someone. You could get really angry. For some of you, this could be that you could get really angry at your partner. You could get really angry at yourself. I feel like the Page of Pentacles is saying stop and look at the whole situation. Look at yourself. Look at your partner. What is all of this trying to tell you? Okay, and the second row here, you have the 7 of Wands, the Devil, and the Knight of Swords. So the 7 of Wands, this means that you've got to face whatever it is that's challenging you. You've got to face it head on. Just like this energy of strength, which is spiritual strength. This is courage and having to be brave. This is the same energy, which means you're going to have to be really self-confident and facing some type of challenging energy. The Devil is always a challenging energy. This is something that, it can be an unhealthy relationship, a marriage that, is probably not for your highest good. This could be someone that is abusive, somebody that has addictions, just somebody that is bringing negative energy into your life. It can also just be a relationship where there is a lot of negative energy. Somebody's become really pessimistic. Something is unhealthy in the relationship. What you have here is that you've got to confront this with the 7 of Wands. You got to face this head on. You're going to have to be really strong and self-confident and maybe speaking up about something that's happening in the relationship. Like, you don't like this, and you're going to have to bring this up to your partner. You're going to have to really put your foot down, like saying, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. And you have to do this quickly. You have the Knight of Swords, which is this energy of, acting quickly. This is, a lot of things happening in your love life, a lot of new developments. But you do have the Seven of Wands first, so I feel like things could change for those of you that you're dealing with something not so positive. Things can change, but I feel like you're going to have to point this out to your partner. And for some of you, you may even have to look at it yourself. For some of you, you may not. There could be something that you don't want to see. Maybe you're not seeing a pattern in yourself. If it's nothing that your partner is doing, it could be that there is some type of pattern around you. But the Knight of Swords is saying act quickly, because there is some type of harsh energy here that is not helping when it comes to your love life. You've got to confront this. Now, down here, you've got a really positive card. You've got the Ace of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. So, you know, I do see a new beginning here. And, you know, this can be a new person coming into your life, maybe for those of you that are single. But, I mean, this is also just a relationship. This is rekindling a relationship. You know, maybe even one where there has been a lot of harsh energy with the Devil being here. You know, somebody is unhappy. I mean, that is clear. You've got the Four of Cups here, which does mean that somebody feels unfulfilled and even maybe bored in a relationship. But it could be that you're just bored with all the negative energy from the Devil. You want more. And I feel like there's been some type of betrayal. For some of you, I feel like, you know, this is an energy of being stabbed in the back, hurt in some way, where it's time to move on. And, you know, hard to say in a general reading. I feel like for some of you, you may be ready to move on. You may be ready to move on. And I feel like if you're choosing to do that, there will be somebody new coming into your life. But, I mean, the main energy is telling you that you're going to need kind of a different perspective in love. For those that, you know, where you're definitely not moving on, this could just be that it's time to move on from all the drama and the negative energy. Again, I mean, the Devil. And, you know, the Page of Pentacles telling you that you got to look closely. There's something going on in your love life that you're missing. You're not seeing maybe what's sabotaging your love life. You've got to leave the past in the past. You've got to move on from something that really hurt, because somebody is highly unhappy here with the Four of Cups. Somebody feels unfulfilled, but you do have the Ace of Cups right next to it, which means that, you know, there can still be a new beginning for you and your partner. Okay, so let's get a few more cards from the same deck to see what the rest of the message is. What other message is there for the sign of Libra for May 2018? Knight of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and Two of Pentacles. I'll put that there. Okay, so these three cards. You know, and what I see here, you know, I see sadness again. Interesting. You've got the Four and Five of Cups. And this does represent perhaps, you know, a relationship that didn't work out. This represents unhappiness and, you know, just kind of dwelling on something really painful that happened, which really does tie in with this energy here from the Ten of Swords, where you know, you are really hurt. You were betrayed in some way. That energy is popping up here again. There is sadness, and with this energy, you're finding it really hard to move on. You can't shake off the sadness and the disappointment. Now, you do have the Knight of Pentacles with it, which means that you're going to get past this, but this could take time. The Knight of Pentacles means you'll make slow progress. You'll make slow progress. This could be, you know, regarding a decision. I mean, the Two of Pentacles, the twos all represent choices to be made. Choosing between two things, two people, two outcome. You've got to choose. But, I mean, it also represents scattered energy, instability. So, I mean, I feel like for some of you, there could be, you know, a relationship lingering around you where it's just become like way too hurtful for you. I mean, that's just the energy I get from this reading. This feels like a really difficult reading, probably the most difficult I've done so far. I feel like you're going through something that's really hurting you, and again, there is a lot of sadness here. But again, I mean, like, you're getting past this. I mean, even if it doesn't feel that way to you, you're getting past this. But I feel like you've got to choose. You've got to choose, and you've got to choose from a different perspective for the Ace of Swords. You've got to face the truth. That's why the Strength card is here and saying you've got to be brave. There could even be, there can be two outcomes for you, depending on what you choose. You have free will, so if you're choosing to stay with a partner, that's totally up to you. If you feel like, you can forgive them and you can leave the past in the past, That's great, because, you know, I do see a new beginning for you here. But, you know, I feel like there's some scattered energy around you. And things may be up in the air right now, but this could just, you know, all take time to work out. So if you're going through something really complicated right now, which I feel like you are, I feel like things are going to work out, but this is going to take time. Just keep in mind that you're going to have to kind of look at everything from a different perspective. And if you've got choices to make, act quickly. Okay, let's go ahead and get some cards from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Libra for May? You've got the Four of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Libra. Three of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Libra. King of Wands. What's the most important message that Libra needs to hear for May 2018? The Tower. Shocking change. The Tower does represent, you know, things crumbling and things falling apart. Things that never had a firm foundation to begin with. You know, and that is what I see with the Two of Pentacles. You know, a relationship, you know, where things were never really strong to begin with. That may not be working out for you. But again, you get to choose. The Tower also just represents, you know, very sudden changes. This could be that you're making different choices, that you're shocking yourself, you're shocking people around you. You know, very, very unexpected things happening in your love life. Okay, so let's take a look at these three cards right here. Four of Pentacles, Three of Wands, King of Wands. So you've got a person here, and this is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising, or someone who is in that energy. So what I see here is interesting. You've got the Four of Pentacles, which means that for some of you, you may not want to move on. That's why I've been saying over and over that you have a choice. I mean, you literally have the Two of Pentacles in this reading, which could be, you know, that this is a choice that you're going to make, whether you're going to stay with someone that just devastated you, or you could choose to hold on to them. And that is what I see in this card. This is you really holding on to a person, maybe even to memories, because this is your safe place, or this is where you really want to be. And again, this can be someone who is a fire sign, but it doesn't have to be. This is just someone that wants to hold on to what they have. No matter what, you're afraid of letting go, because then what happens after you let them go? What happens when you decide to move on? And for some of you, I mean, here it is, a Three of Wands. For some of you, you may be choosing in the month of May to take a chance and kind of wait to see if there's a better opportunity for you when it comes to love. The Three of Wands, you know, it is a really positive card of choosing to wait for a better chance, a better opportunity when it comes to your love life. This is a future-oriented card where maybe right now you're not receiving, but you will be receiving in the future. And this will be a much better, you know, opportunity for you when it comes to love. You know, much more committed relationship, more love. And again, this can be with someone who is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Again, there can be shocking changes for you when it comes to love. The Tower. Expect the unexpected. For some of you, you could be changing your mind about something. Or for some of you, you could be learning the truth about your partner. Or, you know, your feelings about your partner could become crystal clear to you, because you do have the Page of Pentacles up here. And it was, you know, it's right next to your energy, you know, as the Queen of Swords. It's right next to your energy. So for some of you, you're looking really carefully at your love life. I feel like something has happened that has kind of really shaken you. Something, you know, really painful. You've not only got the Five of Cups, you've also got the Four of Cups here. So, you know, I see that you're in pain here. I see that you're unhappy. You've probably been doing some crying. Again, you've got to look at this and see what is all of this trying to tell me, because you've got some really kind of harsh energy here. And I feel like this is something that you've got to look at it. I feel like for some of you, you may be afraid to maybe even kind of see the truth. The Seven of Wands is saying you're going to have to really face this head on. It's not going to go away. You know, I just see unhappiness here. And again, you could be really disappointed that somebody let you down, somebody hurt you. Possibly, you know, there was a betrayal with the Ten of Swords. But this is an energy that everything is fine now. You've been through the worst, and you know, it's time to move on. But like I said, some of you may be choosing to move on from a partner because you feel like this has just become too much. But for others, you may choose to stay. But it is time to move on from that negative cycle. It's time to move on to a new beginning. You know, and I do see that in this reading with the Ace of Cups. There can be a new beginning for you. But for those that are choosing to stay, there can also be a new beginning for your partner. Okay, Libra, this has been your love reading for May 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.